सिख धर्म की हर गतिविधि ਅਤੇ गुरबाणी वास्ते ਹੁਣੇ सबसक्राइब करो गुरबाणी अखंड बाणी ਅਤੇ नोटिफिकेशंस वास्ते बैल ਨੂੰ रिंग करो।
कारे तेरे कम नकम्मे कहेंगी खाड़ तू जन्मे कारे तेरे कम नकम्मे।
जगतार सिंह जौहल उफ जग्गी केस ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ आए दिन नवे खुलासे हो रहे ने। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨਵੇਂ ਮੁਲਜ਼ਮ हिरासत ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿੱਤੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ किते ना किते जगतार सिंह जग्गी उत्ते उंगलियां चकदे नजर आ रहे हैं। पर दूजे पासे अगर गल करिए विदेशों विच बैठे हुए सिख भाईचारे दे सारे ही लोग अपने अपने वल्लों जगतार सिंह जौहल उफ जग्गी की रिहाई नूं लैके मुहिमां विढण ते लगे हुए ने। ब्रिटेन तो लैके वाशिंगटन तो लैके कैनेडा तो लंडन तक हर थां दे उत्ते अपने अपने अंदाज दे विच लोकां ने इस मुहिम की शुरुआत की अते सड़कां उत्ते उतरे ਅਤੇ पंजाब ਦੀਆਂ ਸਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਲਈ कई गैर सरकारी नारे भी लगाए गए। हाल ही ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ पंजाब कांग्रेस सरकार ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਕੁਝ ਗਰਮ ਦਲੀਆਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕੈਪਟਨ ਅਮਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੂੰ ਧਮਕੀਆਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਕੈਪਟਨ ਅਮਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੇ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਗੁਹਾਰ ਲਗਾਈ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਲਦ ਤੋਂ ਜਲਦ ਨੱਥ ਪਾਈ ਜਾ ਸਕੇ। ਪਰ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਸੋਚਣਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਖਿਰ ਇਹ ਗਰਮ ਦਲੀਏ ਕੌਣ ਨੇ, ਆਖਿਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗਰਮ ਦਲੀਏ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਆਖਿਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਮੰਗਾਂ ਕੀ ਨੇ, ਆਖਿਰ ਇਹ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। आओ तुहानू इस वीडियो विच दिखाने
नारे तो कुछ आता नहीं
as a total and a committed community with their independence. But somehow or the other, Gandhi, Nehru, Patel, they all joined together and through their smiling faces and diplomacy, strategy of hooking the Sikhs, they converted their sentiments into aligning with the Hindu system, aligning with the Hindu country. Now as a result, now you can see it started with the partition and came over to the Punjabi Suba, when even the Sikhs wanted the language to be prominent in their own state. Even that they denied. Then followed the water accords. They wanted to take away the water from the Punjab and give it to the adjoining states. Even that was a partisan decision by the government. Then followed Operation Blue Star, of course. Then there was a genocide. And all this, if you trace back, I will recall that the first week of June being a Shahidi month, the 40th occasion of the 5th Guru, this was committed against the Sikhs. Then Sangat, the battle tanks and armor was used to battle out the volunteers who took to resisting the encroachment of their shrine. Then they Indian leaders, legends died, and unfulfilled promises of autonomy to the Sikhs. Here, during the British rule, Mohandas Gandhi and Lord Nehru promised Sikhs that they will have full rights and freedom in India. They also gave the vote that the Sikhs will enjoy autonomy in Punjab without any external interference. No laws would be passed without consent of the Sikhs. Gandhi categorically said, if the Congress or I betray you, your move to draw the sword, as per the teachings of the Guru Gobind Singh, will be justifiable. Sikhs felt cheated immediately after the British left. India as the minority community was declared as criminal, and the Sikh minority was declared as criminal by profession by the first Vice Prime Minister, Vallabhbhai Patel. Since then, discrimination against the Sikhs did not stop, and attack was done on the holiest shrine and all the shrines in Punjab. Now Sikhs in India know we want, through this protest and along with the protest, bring back Jackie home. We remind that through this protest we demand unequivocal apology from the government of India for the wrongful operation against the peaceful Sangat during 1984 June. Then complete listing of Sangat volunteers and the compensation rehabilitation of the families killed, injured, uprooted, jailed, and after operation whatever this compensation is to be done. Till then, there is no resting. These protests will continue, prayers, petition continue, and we all go together and we pray. He Shiva, Varbo he, Shubh Karmante, Kabhu na daro, Aso jab jaye laro, निश्चय कर अपनी जीत करो। बोले सो निहार, राज करेगा, राज करेगा, राज करेगा। What we want, what we want is India and democracy. Is India and democracy. What you say? That is all. Is India and democracy? Who is the Hitler? Indian government. Who is the Nazi? Who is the Hitler? Who is the atrocious? Who is the shameful? Who is the shameful? Who is the Hitler? Who is the Modi? Bole so nihar.
A partner it's not really a resolution, so I apologize.
No, don't say a resolution, but a statement.
It's not hard hitting, man.
Before we leave here today, there are some words we want the Indian consulate, our fellow Americans, to hear. As has been evident in the news the world over, the state of Punjab in India has illegally detained, interrogated, and tortured Jagtar Singh Johal, also known by his nickname Jaggi, a British national, Ramandeep Singh from Canada, Hardeep Singh from Italy, Daljit Singh, nicknamed Jimmy, from the UK, and several others. The Sikhs hold values of tolerance, equality, piety, justice, and generosity as pillars of our faith, but are contradictory to those of the fascist Indian regimes that run that nation today. The growth of such an egalitarian community is a threat to the Hindu Brahmin minority that has held the reins of power power since India's founding in 1947. This is the same fate shared by other minorities in India, including the Christians, the Muslims, the Buddhists, the tribals, and the so-called Dalits, or the low-caste untouchables. In 1999, Human Rights Watch said the attacks against Christians in India include the killings of priests, the raping of nuns, and the physical destruction of Christian institutions. India, as a Hindu nation, has been at war with its minorities since 1947, determined to keep a select few of the high caste Hindu population as the only empowered community. How is it that this world's so-called largest democracy can also be so repressive? India has denied minorities the freedom articulated by President Roosevelt and others in this nation and in the West and in other nations that can call themselves civilized, in which every person is entitled at birth into this world to be free, to be sovereign, and with the ability to speak up against injustice with freedom of speech and freedom to life, freedom to liberty. We have protested here today to tell our fellow Americans that we, the Sikh community, are awake. We always have been awake. We always will be awake. And wherever we see injustice, be it in America, in the West, anywhere in India, we will be here with our blowhorns, with our signs. We are here to fight injustice. We are the Sikh people. We are here for humanity. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Bolo Sonal! Khalistan! Zindabad! Khalistan! Zindabad! Khalistan! Zindabad! Khalistan! Zindabad! Khalistan! Zindabad! Khalistan! Khalistan! Khalistan!
ਸਰਕਾਰੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੰਮ ਨਿਕੰਮੇ ਫੇਰ ਕਹੇਗੀ ਖਾੜਕੂ ਜੰਮੇ। ਅਗਰ ਅਜਿਹੇ ਨਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਵੀ ਗਲਤੀ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੁਖਤਾ ਸਬੂਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੀ ਗੱਲ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਰੱਖੀਏ ਅਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਇਨਸਾਫ ਦੀ ਗੁਹਾਰ ਲਾਈਏ। ਅਗਰ ਧੱਕੇਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਕਿਤੇ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਹਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਸਾਫ ਉਸਦਾ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਨੀਵਾ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਂ ਬਦਨਾਮ ਕਰਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ। इंसाफ सच्चाई के आधार पर मिलना चाहिए
जब तक जुल्म न ठल्लणगे, जब तक जुल्म न ठल्लणगे।
ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ। ਅਗਲਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਚੱਡੇ ਪੜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਉੱਥੇ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਹਦੇ ਟੌਰਚਰ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਦਾ ਨਾਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾ ਸਕਦੇ।
ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਜਿੰਦਾਬਾਦ, ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਜਿੰਦਾਬਾਦ, जब तक जुल्म न ठल्लणगे, हमारे जम्मणगे, जब तक जुल्म न ठल्लणगे, हमारे जम्मणगे। खालिस्तान जिंदाबाद, खालिस्तान
ਉਹਨੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਦੋ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੋਰ ਆ ਗਏ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਆ ਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੜੀ ਹਾਈ ਤੋਂ ਆ ਜੀ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤੋਂ ਆਏ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ। ਅੱਛਾ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਵੇਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ।
ਕੋਈ ਨਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂ
ਇੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਘਰ
ਹਾਂ ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਪਿੱਛੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
Free, free, Jackie, no! Free, free, Jackie, no! Free, free, Jackie, no!
Free, free, Jackie, no! Free, free, Jackie, no!
No problem.
Free, free, Jackie, no!
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 Senga, the word tasted bitter on their tongue. Car, lit them on fire inside. The star, the symbol of royalty. You hear that, Indian government? The symbol of royalty. Stand your eyes. Khalsa, we're the army of God. Khalsa, we're the army of God. We will rise in tidal waves. We'll consume your hatred, your injustice. We will leave nothing behind. Beware, you can run, 1,000 others will rise. Free, free, Jackie, no!
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 Palestine!
Zindabad!
Palestine!
Zindabad!
Palestine!
Zindabad!
Free, free, Jackie, no!
Free, free, Jackie, no!
Free, free, Jackie, no!
Free, free, Jackie, no!
You read our history and learn one thing was capable of fighting 125,000 other souls. And this invoked such a strong sense of fear that you sent an army with tanks and cannons to attack sacred ground, proving just how threatened you felt and how fragile and how weak your system really was. You took a British citizen off of Indian soil for the fact that he was running a website that stated history, that stated the facts against you. And this created such a sense of fear that you are torturing, you are kidnapping this man and 3 other things with no proof, with just pure accusations, and are not allowing him to get the justice he deserves. So free, free, Jackie now!
Free, free, Jackie, now!
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 Palestine!
Zindabad!
Palestine!
Zindabad!
Palestine!
Zindabad!
Akal Takht Tayyibat!
Khalistan, Khalistan!
Akal Takht Tayyibat!
Khalistan, Khalistan!
Akal Takht Tayyibat!
Khalistan, Khalistan!
India wale teri soch te!
तेरा देंगे ठोक के!
India wale teri soch te!
तेरा देंगे ठोक के!
Palestine!
Zindabad!
Palestine!
Zindabad!
Palestine!
Zindabad!
Free, free, Jackie now!
Free, free, Jackie, now!
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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੁਣ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤੋਂ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੰਸਰਾ ਆਏ ਹਨ, ਸਰਦਾਰ ਸੁਖਵਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਬੇਟੇ, ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਆ ਕੇ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਉਣ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਗੋ ਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਹੀ ਪੰਥਕ ਸੰਗਤ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਕ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਬੈਠੇ ਨੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਦੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੁਜ਼ਾਹਰੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਜੱਗੀ ਨਾਓ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਦੇ ਥੱਲੇ। ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਜਾਗਦੀ ਮਿਸਾਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪਿੰਡਰਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਸੋਚ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਰਾ ਦਿਆਂਗੇ ਠੋਕ ਕੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਖੜੇ ਆ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਗੋ ਦੀ ਡਾਊਨਟਾਊਨ ਦੇ ਵਿਖੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਦੱਸਣ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਲਾਮ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਰਹਾਂਗੇ। We are standing here today in front of the Indian consulate building not here to beg for forgiveness, not here to beg for Jaggi's life, not here to beg for anything. But we are here today to let you know one thing, that the Sikh community around the world is still full of determination, still has the right to self-determination. Canada ਦੇ 2 ਸਾਬਕਾ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ, 2 foreign prime ministers of Canada have said this on Indian soil, that Sikhs in Canada have the right to self-determination. They have the right to talk about a free homeland, a free Khalistan, and for justice for themselves. This is not against the law. This is not illegal. This is not illegal in Canada. This is not illegal in the United States of America. And this is definitely not illegal in the Britain continent of the United Kingdom. Jaggi is a UK citizen, a British citizen that went to India to get married. On November the 4th, he was wrongfully abducted and imprisoned, and is now enduring torture under the hands of Punjab police. This is a very old 1990s or late 1980s KPS Gill style torture. For a country that calls itself the largest democracy in the world, this is a shame. But when a country calls itself the largest democracy, does not let United Nations inside, has not let British officials inside to have open communication with their own citizens, it begs the question, who is the true violator of human rights? Who is the true violator of law? Is it the government of India and Punjab police? Or is it Jaggi, who was just a person who was talking about historical facts and talking about history, talking about things that had already happened, and creating a website to create awareness for himself and for his community? I want to thank the Sangat of the United States, thank the Sangat of Chicago for coming here today. And once again, this is very important. We are not here to beg for anything from the government of India. We are not here to beg for anything from the Consulate General. अपनी कम्युनिटी ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਪੱਗਾਂ ਬੰਨ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਮੁੱਛਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਾ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਉਹ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਚਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਆਪਣੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੀ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਥਾਂ ਨਾ ਦੇਈਏ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਥਾਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੇਲ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਚਾਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ। ਸੋ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਮ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਜਾਗਰਤ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਮ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਲੜ ਬੰਨ ਲੈਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਦੇ ਤਖਤ ਦੇ ਮਿੱਤਰ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਿੱਤਰ ਨਹੀਂ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਹੀ ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਖੇਵਾ ਦਾ ਜਾਤਿਕ ਸਮਝੋ, ਆਪਦਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਮਾਫ ਕਰਿਓ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਾਬਾਦ।
चलो 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 हट का तो करो शुरू करो लास्ट वाले 1 मिनट पहला
Free Jaggi now, free Jaggi now, free Jaggi now,
कर लो
Jaggi now, Khalistan zindabad, Khalistan zindabad, Khalistan zindabad, Akal Takht to Ayawad, Khalistan Khalistan, Akal Takht to Ayawad, Khalistan Khalistan, Akal Takht to Ayawad, Khalistan Khalistan, Pindra wale teri soch te पैरा देंगे ठोक के, पिंडरा वाले तेरी सोच से पैरा देंगे ठोक के। खालिस्तान जिंदाबाद, खालिस्तान जिंदाबाद। What do we want? Khalistan. What do we want? Khalistan. Who is the terrorist? Indian government. Who is the terrorist? Indian government. Who is the killer? Indian government. Who is the killer? Indian government. Khalistan जिंदाबाद, Khalistan जिंदाबाद। Akal Takht to Ayawad, Khalistan Khalistan, Akal Takht to Ayawad, Khalistan Khalistan, Pindra wale teri soch se पैरा देंगे ठोक के, Pindra wale teri soch se पैरा देंगे ठोक के। Free Jaggi now, free Jaggi now, free Jaggi now, free Jaggi now, free Jaggi जब तक जुल्म न थल्लणगे
हमारे जम्मणगे
जब तक जुल्म न थल्लणगे
सरकार हमारे जम्मणगे
जब तक जुल्म न थल्लणगे पिंडरा वाले तेरी सोच ते पिंडरा वाले तेरी सोच ते पिंडरा वाले बब्बर छेड़ा पिंडरा वाले बब्बर छेड़ा अकाल तख्त तो आई बात अकाल तख्त तो आई बात अकाल तख्त तो आई बात What we want free free Jackie now 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 जब तक जुल्म न थल्लणगे
हमारे जम्मणगे
जब तक जुल्म न थल्लणगे
हमारे जम्मणगे
सरकारें तेरे कम निकम्मे
कहेंगी खाड़ तू जम्मे
सरकारें तेरे कम निकम्मे
कहेंगी खाड़ तू जम्मे
सरकारें तेरे कम निकम्मे
कहेंगी खाड़ तू जम्मे
बोले सोने हालो
तेरे भाई
हाँ एक चौहान के नौजवान ना चाह मैं कितने पेपर दे दे चिट्टा बोले कितना पेपर में बंद रहे हो कितने
जिंदाबाद जिंदाबाद जिंदाबाद
What we want What we want
Jackie free
What we want
Jackie free
What we want What we want
Jackie now
What we want
Jackie now
What we want
Jackie now
What we want
free Jackie now
What we want
free Jackie now
Who is a killer
Indian government
Who is a killer
Indian government
Who is a butcher
Indian government
Who is a butcher
Indian government
Who is a killer
Indian government
Who killed their minorities
Indian government
Who killed their minorities
Indian government
Who killed their innocent citizens
Indian government
Who killed their innocent citizens
Indian government
Shame
Indian government
Shame
Indian government
Shame
Indian government
Shame
Indian government
India out of
Khalistan
India out of
Khalistan
India out of
Khalistan
India out of
Khalistan
Who is the killer
Indian government
Who is the killer
Indian government
Who is the butcher
Indian government
Who is the butcher
Indian government
Who is the butcher
Indian government
Is India democracy
No
Is India democracy
No
Is India democracy
No
What do we want
Khalistan
What do we want
Khalistan
What do we want
Khalistan
Khalistan
Zindabad
Khalistan
Zindabad
Khalistan
Zindabad
What do we want
Khalistan
Up
Khalistan
Up
Khalistan
Up
Khalistan
Shame
India
India Is India democracy
No
Is India democracy
No
Is India democracy
No
Who is the killer
Indian government
Who is the killer
Indian government
Who is the butcher
Indian government
Who is the butcher
Indian government
Who killed their minorities
Indian government
Who killed their minorities
Indian government
Who killed their minorities
Indian government
What we want
Khalistan
What we want
Khalistan
What we
we want? धोती टोपी
जमुना पार,
धोती टोपी
जमुना पार,
ना हिंदी ना हिंदू शैतान
लगे रहेंगे खालिस्तान,
ना हिंदू ना हिंदुस्तान
लगे रहेंगे खालिस्तान,
ना हिंदू ना हिंदू शैतान
लगे रहेंगे खालिस्तान,
ना हिंदू ना हिंदू शैतान
लगे
ना हिंदू शैतान
लगे रहेंगे खालिस्तान,
धोती टोपी
जमुना पार,
धोती टोपी
जमुना पार,
धोती टोपी
जमुना पार,
What we want?
खालिस्तान,
What we want?
खालिस्तान,
What we want?
खालिस्तान,
What we want?
खालिस्तान,
We will get.
खालिस्तान,
We will get.
खालिस्तान,
लेके रहेंगे.
खालिस्तान,
लेके रहेंगे.
खालिस्तान,
धोती टोपी.
जमुना पार,
धोती टोपी.
जमुना पार,
ना हिंदी ना हिंदुस्तान.
लगे रहेंगे खालिस्तान,
ना हिंदी ना हिंदू शैतान.
लगे रहेंगे खालिस्तान,
ना हिंदी ना हिंदू शैतान.
लगे रहेंगे खालिस्तान,
खालिस्तान.
जिंदाबाद,
खालिस्तान.
जिंदाबाद,
खालिस्तान.
जिंदाबाद,
अकाल तख्त तो आई आवाज.
खालिस्तान खालिस्तान
अकाल तख्त तो आई आवाज.
खालिस्तान
खालिस्तान. पिटरा वाले बब्बर शेरा.
दुनिया तेरा
पिटरा वाले बब्बर शेरा.
दुनिया पे ना रहेगा तेरा,
खालिस्तान.
जिंदाबाद
खालिस्तान.
जिंदाबाद,
अकाल तख्त तो आई आवाज.
खालिस्तान खालिस्तान
अकाल तख्त तो आई आवाज.
खालिस्तान खालिस्तान
लेके रहेंगे.
खालिस्तान
लेके रहेंगे.
खालिस्तान
देख देख
फतेह
पंथ की
जीत,
राज करेगा.
खालसा,
खालिस्तान.
जिंदाबाद,
बोले सो निहाल.
We have been protesting for Jagtar Singh Johal, but he is not the only Sikh being held captive illegally in India at this moment. There is also Daljit Singh, by Hardeep Singh from Italy, and by Ramandeep Singh from Punjab, all accused with nothing, yet still being detained illegally, being tortured, given no medical attention. They are being dismissed by the government. They are not being allowed to talk to anyone. They are not even citizens of India, and yet the India government holds them hostage. And what has America done? What has the British consulate done? Nothing. And so we need to be their voice, because right now they are gagged and they are tortured and they don't have the voice, they don't have the means to communicate, and we need to be here for them. So free Jaggi now!
free,
Jaggi now.
Free Daljit Singh!
free, Daljit Singh,
Free Hardeep Singh!
free, Hardeep Singh,
Free Ramandeep Singh!
free, Ramandeep Singh,
Free Jaggi now!
free, Jaggi now,
Free Daljit Singh!
free, Daljit Singh,
Free Hardeep Singh!
free, Hardeep Singh,
Free Ramandeep Singh!
free, Ramandeep Singh, free, Jaggi now, free, Jaggi now, free, Jaggi now, free, Jaggi now,
Free Jaggi now.
खालिस्तान, खालिस्तान,
बोले सो निहाल.
कर दे बोल दो करो करो
बोले सो निहाल. श्री अकाल. Free Jaggi now.
Free Jaggi now!
Free UK citizen Jaggi now.
Free UK citizen Jaggi now!
Free UK citizen Jaggi now. Free Daljit Singh.
free, Daljit Singh,
Free Daljit
Free Hardeep Singh!
Free Ramdeep Singh!
Free Ramandeep Singh!
Free Ramdeep Singh!
Free Ramandeep Singh!
Free Ramdeep Singh!
Free Ramandeep Singh!
Indian democracy! Indian democracy! Indian democracy! Who is the killer?
Indian government!
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 What do we want? Justice. What do we want? 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 Free Jackie now! ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋਨਿਹਾਲ ਸਾਰੇ ਵੀਰ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਵੀਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਜੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹ 1-2 ਮਿੰਟ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬੰਬਣਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੰਦ ਕਿਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਪਾਈਏ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਇਹ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਉਸ ਬੈਠੇ ਮੋਦੀ ਦੇ ਕਿਨਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆਵੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੁਲਾਮੀ ਸਹਿਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਔਰ ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਈਏ ਤੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਈ ਗੁਰਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਤੋਂ ਆਈ ਆਵਾਜ਼
ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ
ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਤੋਂ ਆਈ ਆਵਾਜ਼
ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ
ਸ਼ਹੀਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੋਚ ਤੇ
ਤੇਰਾ ਦਿਆਂਗੇ ਠੋਕ ਕੇ
ਸ਼ਹੀਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੋਚ ਤੇ
ਤੇਰਾ ਦਿਆਂਗੇ ਠੋਕ ਕੇ
ਇੰਡੀਆ ਯੋਧਾ
ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ
ਇੰਡੀਆ ਯੋਧਾ
ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ
ਲੈ ਕੇ ਰਹੋਗੇ
ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ
ਲੈ ਕੇ ਰਹੋਗੇ
ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ
ਨਾ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਨਾ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ
ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ
ਨਾ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਨਾ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ
ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ
ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋਨਿਹਾਲ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਕੁਝ ਬੇਟਾ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਕੁਝ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
ਸਾਰ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਰਾ
ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤੋਂ ਆਏ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਟੈਕਸਸ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਰਿਣੀ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਸੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਮਿਲਾਈ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ SRS ਸ਼ਿਕਾਗੋ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਅਡਿਆਨਾ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਇੰਡੀਅਨੈਪੋਲਿਸ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਸ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ 90% ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੁੱਖ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨੁਮਾਇੰਦੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੈਮੋਰੈਂਡਮ ਵੀ ਲੈਣ ਤੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੈਮੋਰੈਂਡਮ ਵੀ ਲੈਣ ਤੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏ ਦਬਕਾ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹਾਂ ਸੋ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਦੁੱਖ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਚਲੋ ਬੋਲੀ ਸੋ ਦੁੱਖ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਨੁਮਾਇੰਦੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੈਮੋਰੈਂਡਮ ਵੀ ਲੈਣ ਤੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏ ਸੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੰਘਰਸ਼ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਜਾਰੀ ਰਹੇਗਾ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਚਿਰ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਹ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਤੇ ਉਠਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੀ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
ਆਖਿਰ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਜ਼ਿਹਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਭਾਰਤ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਤਾੜਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਭਾਰਤ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਤੰਗ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ 1984 ਦਾ ਦਰਦ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜ਼ਿਹਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਗਤਾਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਚੌਹਾਲ ਦੀ ਆਜ਼ਾਦੀ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅਤੇ 1984 ਦੇ ਦਰਦ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਮੁਹਿੰਮਾਂ ਵਿੱਢ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਅਤੇ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ੀ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਆਖਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਧੱਕੇਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਹੋਈ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ 1984 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਸਲਕੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਈ ਜੈਨੋਸਾਈਡ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਮਾਸੂਮ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ
He's a Scottish man, British citizen being held captive in India. He's a Sikh, he's a British citizen, he's born in Scotland, he's 30 years old, his name is Jagtar Singh Johal, we call him Jaggi, right? He went to India last month to get married, right? He got married, everybody's so happy, and a few days later they're out shopping, him and his wife, and plainclothes police officers, well, whatever they are in India, right? They put a bag over his head and took him. And guess what, bro? They didn't charge him with any crime. And you know what they did? They didn't even tell his family where he is. And then they started harassing his family and trying to squeeze information out of them. Then they electrocuted him, bro. They put electric shocks to his ears, his nipples, his private areas to try to make him confess to things he's never done. You know what they're saying he did? They're saying he was spreading information on social media and influencing other peoples about the reality of what happened in the Sikh genocide of 1984. So you know what we're out here doing? We're trying to free him, bro. Yeah. But we're also trying to tell people, go find out about 1984. Go find out what the atrocities that have been committed against the Sikhs. Yeah. Because we're not going to tell any lies. We're going to tell the truth, and we're going to make the government held accountable for what they're doing. Yeah. And we want to let everybody know to free Jaggi now. So, brother, if you can, write to your MP. Write to your MP and say there's a British citizen being held in the Punjab, in India, without charge, and please get him out. You know the unfortunate thing about governments right now is they can't actually do anything, and they don't do anything unless pressure is applied to them by the people. Yeah. So for the longest time, nobody even knew what was going on with this man, right?
And if the people raise it up.
Yeah. Politicians, they've got so much work to do, they've got so many different things to do, that oftentimes things do get missed. So it's up to the general public, it's up to the British people, it's up to the Scottish people, it's up to us to make sure that we say, you know what, our citizen has been abducted, he's being tortured, he's being detained, and he's being the most horrible things happening without charge. Release him now. So we need all of England, all of Britain, all the people, regardless of your race, to write to your politicians, to put pressure on the politicians, so the politicians put pressure on the Indian government. And you know what? With God's grace, we can release him and he can come home to us. And guess what? The exact thing that they're trying to say that he did, we are going to continue doing. They're trying to make Sikhs be so afraid in England and the West that we stop talking, that we stop standing by the truth. But you know what? One thing that
in England, they won't stop nobody talking. They've got freedom of speech in this country.
But the government is trying to do that right now. Not the British government, the Indian government has taken a British citizen, so it puts the fear in the rest of the people in England, say, you know what, I'm not going to tell anybody the truth anymore. But you know what, sir? We have a responsibility to humanity. We have a responsibility to you, to everybody, that the truth must be known. And if we get killed, if we get abducted for the truth, then we believe in our Guru and we stand by the truth. So that's why we're out here giving these leaflets to everybody, so everybody, the whole world should know the atrocities that happened in 1984, the genocide that happened, that's still being fought today. And all we want is the Indian government to treat everybody fairly and let the Sikhs live in peace so we can serve the world. Let me give you one of these, brother. And let me tell you, brother.
You suffer for the truth.
In 1984, brother, God bless you. In 1984, there was a Sikh genocide where thousands and thousands of Sikhs were exterminated by the government. So he's not being charged with telling lies, with spreading false propaganda. He's been picked up and abducted for speaking and spreading the truth. The Indian government attacked the Sikhs in a place called Harmandir Sahib, the Golden Temple complex, right?
Why?
They said that they're extremists, that they're terrorists, that they want a separate country. The Sikhs never wanted that. What we were trying to do, we were trying to achieve basic human rights, and for the Indian government to uphold their own constitution for the whole rest of India and for the Sikhs themselves. The Indian government attacked the Sikhs and killed thousands of us, right? Thousands of us. And that's when Indira Gandhi, who was the Prime Minister at the time, she was assassinated.
Yeah, I know
because she was the one that actually led the attack and tried to decimate the Sikhs, right? And it turns out that actually Indira Gandhi wrote a letter and communicated with Margaret Thatcher here in England during this time in the 80s, and Margaret Thatcher and the British government actually sent an SAS officer to India to advise them. We only found out about this 30 years later when the secret documents were revealed, right? So we're still trying to ask the questions, what were the British government's involvement? And they still haven't actually answered those questions. They keep saying that we lost the documents, that we don't really know. So we're still trying to have, could you imagine? So some of the Labour Party is actually sort of trying to get information out of the Home Office and Boris Johnson and all these other people. So we have people working hard on the case to get the truth out of there, right? But there was some dodgy dealings going on regardless, right?
I know.
And then, brother, for the next 10, 15, 20 years, even up until today, the Sikhs have been hunted by the government, because our ideology, what we're about, is
By which government?
by the Indian government. Let me explain to you why. The Sikhs, we're about protecting people's human rights. If anybody in India is being oppressed, like, it's up to us to stand up for them, regardless of their background, their color, their faith. Do you understand? In order to destroy somebody, you have to uproot them. The government is trying to do that to the Sikhs right now.
No, they can't do it.
I'll explain to you. They're trying to destroy us, our language. In India, in the Punjab region of India. In the Punjab region of India, the official language is not Punjabi, the spoken language is Hindi. In Gujarat, another state, the official language is Gujarati. It's not Hindi. Do you understand? So they're trying to separate us from our language.
Right.
They're trying to separate us from our guru. They're trying to separate us from who we are so we can't help the world. Kind of like, have you heard of the Jewish Holocaust? Where millions of Jews were killed, right? Hitler. The whole world knows about it, right? And the whole world condemns Hitler. And the whole world condemns the Nazis, right? And that was the government of the time, right? And the whole world stands with the Jews, right? Very similar thing, a Holocaust happened to the Sikhs in 1984. You know, like countries like India, they tout themselves as a modern day democracy. They tout themselves as the biggest democracy in the world. And they're very proud of their constitution and they're very proud of their human rights and all that. And actually, Great Britain does a lot of trade deals with India, so we have a close relationship. As you know, the British Raj was there, right? So we should have a lot of respect when we go there as citizens of this country and of the West, and even citizens of India should have basic human rights and basic human dignity, right? Even if you and your family went to India, right, and you went there and you're having your holiday and somebody abducts you, right, for spreading information on the internet that is the truth, not lies. No one's saying you're telling the lies. He's telling history, facts, right? And that's just what we do. It's our responsibility as Sikhs to speak the truth and tell people the truth. So you know what? History does not repeat itself. So we're out here telling the British public of what's going on. There's a massive movement called Free Jaggi Now. So basically we want to put so much pressure on the British government to put pressure on the Indian government to release a British citizen that hasn't done anything wrong. Because you know what's going to happen? You know why they torture people? They torture people to make them sign false confession. And they're torturing him. For the first 3 days, they were electrocuting this guy. Scottish-born 30-year-old man in England. Scottish-born British citizen, for God's sake. Right? They shouldn't do it to Indian citizens. They shouldn't do it to people that live in Punjab. But they do it all the time. It's finally happened to one of our own. Imagine if you guys are on holiday. Imagine if it's your sons, your brothers, your husbands, your fathers. Imagine that. This is our family member, just the same as your family member. You get me, right? No charges being brought against the guy. Guess what they said afterwards? After a long time, guess what they said he did? He said he's been influencing people on social media. What's he been influencing? He's been spreading the truth. He's been speaking the truth about what happened in the genocide of 1984 against the Sikhs. When in 1984, the Indian government actually attacked the Golden Temple, Harmandir Sahib, right, with their army and decimated the Sikhs. And then for a number of years afterwards, they were killing Sikhs by the thousands, right? In June of 1984, November of 1984. In fact, here's a leaflet that explains everything what happened. So basically, they want to make us Sikhs in England scared not to speak. They want to petrify us so we're not in the streets telling people what happened. As a Sikh, it's our responsibility to always tell the truth. We cannot tell people lies. And we don't want to hurt anybody that's innocent. Do you understand? We want to make sure everybody is aware. So what we're doing right now, telling people about this is what, if they wanted to do 1984 and destroy the Sikhs again and do another genocide, we think we live in the information super age. We all got camera phones. We all got technology. They can do a media blackout like that. They can do a media blackout. They can shut the internet off in their certain areas.
All right, then after
images may get out, but they can still do it again. So the thing is, educate ourselves, because if we don't understand our history, the history...
That was Operation Blue Star.
Yeah.
What people don't realise, there was an operation called Shanti. That was to exterminate every Sikh family. Your whole bloodline. That was Gandhi's dream, was to exterminate Sikhs. If they were successful with what happened with Blue Star, they were going to Shanti.
There's
Shanti
Black Thunder,
peace.
Black Thunder 1,
Shanti means
Black
peace,
Thunder
doesn't
2.
it? Peace is what? Having all the Sikhs eradicated. And when people go, you know, I still work with people that say, oh, Gandhi freed India. I says, take a look at the picture. This guy's wearing a loincloth, he's got a peanut head here. Did he save India?
You know the
thing
is...
bugger singing them save India. People are so woke, it does make it. It makes me... I'm going to go on because I'm going to say
All right, bro, respect.
something.
Tell
Bro, but carry on, bro.
Yeah. Guess what, brother? Now I'm saying this right now. I'm spreading this information. I'm spreading this truth. When I go to India, the exact same thing can happen to me. So when it happens to me, if it happens to me, I want somebody else to come out there and fight the cause for me. This guy's been arrested. I've never met him before. I've only found out about it, and you know what? It's horrible. So if something happens to us over here, we're ready to suffer if we're going to stand with the truth. We're never going to tell anybody lies.
What you want me to do then? What shall I do then? What shall I do?
First of all, please tell all your friends and your family. Just to Google Free Juggy now, go on the Facebook page, find out what's going on, and and make yourself aware and write a letter to your MP. If we apply pressure to our MPs, the more MPs we get involved, the more pressure there will be in Parliament. They'll discuss it in Parliament. Then there'll be more pressure on Theresa May and her government, and then we can move, and then we can apply pressure to India and the judicial system there. Because right now he hasn't been charged with the crime, he hasn't been convicted of anything.
So what shall I do then? What do you want to do?
Go write a letter to your MP. Yeah, you got one of those. Go onto this website, go onto the Facebook page, Free Juggy Now, right? They have templates for what you're supposed to write to your MP and write to your MP, right? And then chase it up, like the Facebook page. If you see what they're saying, there's a whole bunch of videos explaining it much better than I can explain it, right? If it awakens you, if it hurts your heart, spread the information. That's all we're asking, brother. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, brother. God bless you.
ਸਿੱਖ ਚਾਹੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਾਂ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨੌਹਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਮਾਸ ਕਦੇ ਅਲੱਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਅਗਰ ਸਿੱਖ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਕੁਝ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਜਿਹਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੁਤਰਈ ਮਾਂ ਵਾਲਾ ਵਿਵਹਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ 84 ਦੇ ਦਰਦ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਭੁਲਾ ਪਾਏ ਜਾਂ ਬੇਅਦਬੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਦੋਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਸਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਵਾ ਸਕੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਸਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸਮਝੀਆਂ ਜਾਣ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਣਦੀ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਏ, ਨਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਲਜ਼ਾਮ ਲਗਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਦੂਰ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਵੇ।
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This campaign isn't just about Juggy. This campaign is about a whole Sikh community. When I talk about a Sikh community, for ages they had their way with our people in the 80s. And we thought we'd come over that trauma of the 80s, and we somehow tried to get along. They kept telling us to forget 1984, forget the 250,000 bodies that were lying in the rivers of Rajasthan, forget them. Carry on with your lives. You're a new generation. But they won't let us forget. Whether it's in the roop of lots of Beadbi, Shahidiyya and peaceful protests, or just picking off people, innocent people, they won't allow us to forget 1984. They want us to be in this constant trauma of constantly thinking about what we've lost and not letting us move forward. So this arrest of Juggy isn't an arrest of an individual. Even if we want to look at it from a selfish perspective, that could have been any one of us. Juggy's no prominent bunda in the community. He's a normal lad from Scotland who had pain for the people that we've lost. When was that a crime? When was it a crime to have pain for people that have been taken from us in the most brutal way possible? Fake encounters, forced disappearances, extrajudicial killings. And the most ironic thing, Juggy would have highlighted this as a human rights activist, just the way we are. But he's become a victim of one of that system. He's been abducted. Not by gangs, not by looters, not by criminals, but by the police. The police that are supposed to protect and safeguard him. This could be any one of us. And the whole aim is to strike fear in our community that don't raise your head above the parapet. When you raise your head above the parapet, then you'll become a target. And what is raising your head above the parapet to them? It's not doing anything illegal. We're not saying go and harm someone. We're just talking about people who have disappeared from the face of this earth. And to this day, there are mothers thinking that my son will come home, even after 30 years. They don't even have the dignity of a death warrant. Yet in 2007, they've now got the gall to pick up a lad who was born on British soil. Where will it stop? Where will this stop? They want to show that their medieval arms reach really long, but we've got to show them, and today's a great day to show them, that we won't allow this fear to be stricken in our hearts. We will get Juggy back. It's a real big challenge from the Indian establishment, especially to the guys and the girls born in this country. It's a big challenge for us. We all have many skills. These are skills we have. Let's use our skills. Please, let's support this guy and put pressure, not just on the Indian establishment, but on the UK as well. They're always telling us how brave we are. They're always telling us how we fought in the First and Second World War. They're always telling us how we've got the highest literacy rates, the highest taxpayer rates, how compliant we are, how well integrated we are. Well, this is how they treat us. This is how they treat Juggy. From the 4th of November, now they want to get involved. Keep the pressure on these people. Free Juggy now! 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 FCO! 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 ਸਾਬਤ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਤਲੇਆਮ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ। ਸਿੱਖ ਫੈਡਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੇ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਕਰਕੇ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਦਿਨ ਹੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਪਬਲਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਅਗਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਯਕੀਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਦੇਖ ਲਿਓ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਫ਼ ਸਾਬਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ। ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਦਿਨ ਆਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਯੂਕੇ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ਨ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਫੈਬਰੀਕੇਟਿਡ ਚਾਰਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਡੱਕਿਆ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੇ ਫੋਰਨ ਐਂਡ ਕਾਮਨਵੈਲਥ ਆਫਿਸ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਹੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਚਿੱਠੀ ਦਾ ਜਵਾਬ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਫੋਨ ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੇਸ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਨਾ ਹੀ ਕੋਈ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਉਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਇਸ ਕੇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਾਣੀ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਹੈਗਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਛੋਟਾ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ। ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਅਫਸੋਸ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਤਾਂ ਪਰਸਨਲੀ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਇਹ ਅਪੀਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਕੌਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪੰਮੇ ਦੇ ਕੇਸ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਕ ਮੁੱਠ ਇੱਕਜੁੱਟ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਲੜੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਆਹ ਕੇਸ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਲੜਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ। ਜੇ ਬੋਰਿਸ ਜੌਨਸਨ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਈਰਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੀਬੀ ਨੂੰ ਫੜਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਲੀਵ ਨੋ ਸਟੋਨ ਅਨਟਰਨ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਸਟੇਟਮੈਂਟ ਦੇਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਲੀਵ ਨੋ ਸਟੋਨ ਅਨਟਰਨ। ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ
ਸਿੱਧਾ ਕਰ ਲਓ, ਸਿੱਧਾ ਕਰ ਲਓ।
All I was going to say is that we are very disappointed that the Foreign and Commonwealth Office is deliberately choosing to remain silent and not listening to the views and the sentiments of the Sikh community. They are very aware of the India's track record on human rights abuses. They are aware of the fabricated charges. They are aware of the extrajudicial killings. And here you got a British citizen, a young lad. His only crime is that he was raising the voice against the atrocities of 1984. It is time that our government, it is time that Boris Johnson spoke up. And we will not stop.
If you like the news, please like and share the news and subscribe the channel. Sikh ਧਰਮ ਦੀ ਹਰ ਗਤੀਵਿਧੀ ਅਤੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੁਣੇ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰੋ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਅਖੰਡ ਬਾਣੀ ਅਤੇ ਨੋਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬੈਲ ਨੂੰ ਰਿੰਗ ਕਰੋ।